Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to install the one uh, exporter for the Linux, and then I'm going to set up Apache, and then again setting up the exporter for Apache, and then set up the Prometheus for the scrapping then. So let's get started. So where is this exporter? So I'll just type it in Google, Prometheus exporter exporter. You can say it's like agent or utility which export the metrics at certain point. Look at this. You name it and you have exporters. Such a large list which you have in this. So these all are Prometheus exporter. These all are for database. This is for hardware. This is for issue tracking tool. This is for messaging systems.
Can you have more than one exporter?
You can have hundreds of exporters.
You have can you ingest or up like have more than one exporter?
Yeah, that's what I said. You can have as many exporter you want. I just
Okay.
said
Okay.
Apache, there's a
Okay.
separate one. Linux, there's a separate one. MySQL, there's a separate one. Tomcat, there's a separate one. Java, there's a separate one, like that.
Okay.
Yeah. So these are the storage. This is the HTTP based exporter. This one I'm going to install it. Here we have logging. There's another monitoring systems also exporters we have. Miscellaneous too many and stuff like that. Now these are the products. For that, you don't need exporter. And you must be asking why. Because these are the product which automatically expose the matrices at certain endpoints. So exporter is needed only for exposing the matrix. But this tool, the one which I have selected, automatically is doing it. So we don't need exporter for it. Are you understanding?
Yes.
Yeah. So look at this file, and then here if you want to write a custom exporter, that means custom metrics, if you want to send to Prometheus, then you can do that work with the client libraries. These are the client libraries which we have. So Go, Java, Python, Node, and is available for this. So okay, so which one I should go for this? So my target is Linux. So where is the Linux exporter? So that Linux exporter, we call it node exporter. Okay, here, this one. So this is the node exporter, which is official one, by the way. So this is for Linux machine, and there is a Windows exporter also. Here it is for the Windows server.
Okay.
So you have to download this exporter, and here it is. Just click on the release, and here you have a different versions are available. So download this. Just to save time, I have this already in place. So if you see that here, this is the exporter, and now
Okay.
the moment you extract it, you get this one. Now the question is, how can I run it? So the moment you run it, it start exposing at certain port number. Okay, so which port number? So I know that, but let's say if you don't know, then you can read these documentations and you will get to know the port number, which is somewhere 9091. So where is the port number? I can't search for it. Port 9091. No, port is not there. So this document should be there, but it's sorry, not 1991, 9100. That's my bad. So that's the default port for this exporter. Now the question is, how can we run it? Directly you can run just like this, but you will be occupied, your console will be occupied. So you can run as a background, you can run as a service, all these things you can do that, that's not a problem. So how do you do that? So that's where here you have many commands to troubleshoot. So just to go through that in detail, don't leave any commands and practice it. Now how to Prometheus as a service, this is the guide you can follow if you want to start as a service. Not now you need, because now you need lots of troubleshooting and all, so don't do that, because this is for the stable system, so you can use it. And here is a exporter, so these are the commands you have to do, and run this command to start it. Let's say if you want to start node exporter as a service, then you have a all this thing here you have it. You can do that, so you can create a service also, but right now not needed. This command is sufficient for me to get started and then done. So now if you see that, read the prompt table, process table, and you have a prompt is running, you have a node is running. So which port number? I forgot actually, 9100. So what is IP address? IP address is this one and 9100. Here it is. All these matrices you have. So this is the endpoint. You get it. This is the URL. You get it with all the matrices of Linux and available for Prometheus to pull it from. Make sense?
Yes.
So I did this one for what? I did it for the Linux. Same way you can do for the Windows also. And now I'm going to use one application side also. So what to do? So I'm going to use Prometheus. I'm going to use for Apache. By the way, all these instructions you will have at this place also. So you can search for it. So here Prometheus and I'll just type extra a little bit Apache. And here is Sage. It's for MySQL. And I'm just looking for it. And maybe HTTPD. I can't find it, but Prometheus, not to worry, I know the steps. So yeah, so what to do? So first thing you have to install Apache, the step number one. So I'll just write it, this step. So step number one, okay, install Apache. That is one. Step number two, enable mod mod status module. Okay. So step number three, what you need to do? Install Apache exporter, and that is what I need to do that. So let me go to these documents of Apache exporter. So go to here, let me search for Apache exporter. Here it is, and this is the utility. Here it is. So now you have to export this Apache exporter. So here you have to run this, download this Apache exporter. Here it is, and run this. Automatically you'll get it. So that is something which you have. Now the port number that I really don't remember, but what I can do is I can read the target and port number is 9117. Okay, so every exporter has a different port number 9117. So if you read the documentations, you'll get it. That's not a problem. So yeah, that's good to go. So what do we do in this case? So now I am going to uh, install the Apache. So yum, it's a RH CentOS. So yum install HTTPD. This I have done it. Okay, so I think HTTP is already installed. Uh, so that is one thing. Now let me, meanwhile, it's getting installed with the confirmation. Let's do that some sort of resource sharing so you will not stop. So first thing, Apache install. Apache install. And here it is. So how to install and configure Apache and stuff like that. So you can check it out this in Linux. Okay. So this is the command for Ubuntu. This is the command for Red Hat. So you can try it out. This is first thing. How to enable the mod status module. So I should see Apache mod status module. So this module you'll have to start here. This is the tutorial for it. So you have a mod status module. It's Apache related stuff. This is the CentOS. Somewhere down you have Ubuntu also. So check and do it. And second, third thing, after this you have to install the exporter. So this is something which I'm going to do. It's taking time. Let it happen. It's taking really time. But I think, this is already installed actually. So I'll just cancel this and which HTTPD. So there's no use of running that command because it's already installed. So first is done. This is done. Now how do we enable the mod status? So I just want to show you the part of it. So vi etc httpd and etc httpd and then conf some file I guess. etc no I'm not able to recall that file. etc http. So the file name is conf d and the file name is not this conf directory and here it is. So this is the file. Okay. So this is the file and if I see that mod status is enabled or not. So I want to show you this part. You'll have a recording so you can check it out. So this code I need to insert it. So this code, if you insert it in the configuration file, the mod status will be enabled. Now the question is, what is the mod status? So this utility, this module of Apache will expose the matrices of Apache at certain endpoint. And where's the endpoint? So 80 port number and path this one. Okay. Now this is the IP address. That's okay. And remaining things. So same thing which you have in this documentation in detailed way. Are you comfortable so far? Hello?
Say that one more time.
Yeah. So in order to do the step 2, you have to embed this code in the Apache configuration and restart the Apache. That's what you have to do. So
Okay.
I'm starting the systemctl restart httpd done. What is this? Systemclt and done. So can I validate that 192.14 and what is the port number for Apache? I think just a second. Port number for Apache is 99117. So enter. Now it's not accessible. I'm just wondering what is IP address. So it's 14. That's correct. And 80 port is running. Wonderful. Okay, so that is here and 91917 and here the path should be oh sorry my bad I have not started my what do you say what do you say I'm not started my Apache exporter so it should be available at um, so here it is. So now this is your Apache matrix. Now what to do? So now I'm going to install this utility, the one which I was talking about earlier. This one, download this utility and run it. That's all. You have to do nothing. So from where you download, here it is. These are the utilities you can download, Apache Explorer. So this I'm having already. So that is also saving time. So go to OPT directory And here you see, this is the file which I downloaded. Go inside this, and here it is, and this is the file, that's all. So you have to run it. So I'm going to run it in the no hub slash dot Apache exporter, and this will run in the background, so you will not leave a console. Yeah, grep and what? Grep and then Apache. Here, enter. Now it's running. Here it is. Now I can try now that port number which was filled last time. Here it is. Refresh 917 matrices, and these are the matrices. So now I have all the matrices of Linux box and Apache. Like that, you will have to do more exporting the different tools, depends on your requirements. So far, so good. Hello.
No, we should.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should
So
be good.
yeah. So now what to do? So I expose this Linux matrix at certain endpoint, Apache matrix, certain endpoints like that. Whichever the tools you want, you have to export at certain endpoints, and then configure Apache Prometheus for doing that. So for that, what I'm going to do, first thing, the very first thing I'll do, kill the Prometheus process. Okay, that is the stuff which I'm going to do. So from this is the process ID. I'm going to kill it. And here it is. Clear the screen. And sorry, here. So Prometheus is not running. Now let me go opt and let me go to Prometheus server. This is my server. And here I have a Prometheus.yaml file. And this file, I'm going to modify the endpoints so scrapping should happen. Look at this. This was earlier. It was available earlier. This part. Okay. So now here, what you're doing, you are adding the scrap configurations from where? So this is Linux machines. Look at this. So localhost 1990, job name is Linux, and here you are somewhere downside. You are doing Apache. By the way, I am having only one Apache, and the target is I forgot the target. Apache target is 9117. Okay, so here I'm going to modify this file and 14911 right? Seven. This is the one. So this machine is not active. It's okay. This is the machines. So here I am monitoring, pulling the scrapping the matrix of Linux machines on the port number 1990, which I showed you last time, and that's 917. So this Apache matrix. There are few more configurations are there. Just ignore it for time being. It's not required to discuss. Okay, so what do we do in this case? So for that, I will go ahead and save it, and I will check whether the configurations I modify is correct or not. So there's a PM prompt tool which you have, which you can use it. So for example, if you want to check your file is good or not, so quickly you can pass the command, which is something like promcal check and prometheus.yaml. This is the file and prometheus.yaml, and there's some problem in this command. I'm just going to steal it from notes in that page. Here. Here. So just a second. So it says this command to check your file. Check config. Okay. check config, check config, Prometheus.yaml. Yeah. So this is the one, no issues found. Now can I restart my Apache one? I mean Prometheus again. So for that I will go to this command one more time, and that is, here it is. And running this, now go for the Prometheus. This is the Prometheus. And look at the status and target. So right now you see one Apache, I'm managing it. One Apache is up, and the remaining entries were fake. Linux, there's one machines I should be having it, but it's not come. So let's just wait for a few seconds. Here it is. Linux one machine is up, and Prometheus itself is being monitored. So now all this information you got. Now come to here and check this. Let's say CPU and what CPU? So system node CPU, right? So here execute, and you see that all these times the data which you are getting it. So now you need to learn from Prometheus Q to get the data. Are you understanding?
Yes.
This is the value. So right now, this is the value. So this part you have to get it up and running so you can learn next from. So here now you need to search for, this is the matrix. This is a tag or labels, you can say. You can use it. This matrix come from the different servers. So here you see that these are two labels you will see every time it get added. Why? So this one is a default instance. It's coming from the Prometheus file itself. Here, if you see that, go to the bottom section. Here, instance which is coming like this. So whatever the target, it will become instance automatically. And the job, this Linux is coming from here. This one. So this two you will get it by default. Rest of the things depends on the code, exporter, or you can add it yourself also. So here, let's say if you want to add some, here if you want to add more tags, so you can do it very well. So that is also
Oh, okay. So that's how you do it. So when you add an exporter, and then you have to specify the exporter that you're adding as like with the job name, correct?
yes. So
Okay,
here,
got you.
I
Now,
mean,
can you put in a range? Like, say for instance, you got a range of IPs that's on the same subnet. Can you put it in like, say, like, in that instance, 192.168.1, and then you have like IP 14 through 20. Can you put in like for the targets, can you put in a range instead of
so
like,
so here a service discovery feature is there. So let me check that. What is the pattern for target pattern example? So service discovery is there. For the Kubernetes, automatically it take the IP address from this one. So Prometheus, I mean Kubernetes. Let me see if I can show you some target range. So target, this is the pattern, this is the pattern. So yeah, here in this, no, not possible, but service discovery, you can use it and get it done. So if you have a multiple endpoints, you can put it up like this.
hmm, but
Okay. So now what you have to do, so you have to spend some time understanding this data. These are the metrics which have come. Just go here and let's say Apache data, I'm just looking for it. So Apache uptime, this see here, this is the data. So both are same data because instance is same, but one is done with this one, Apache, another one is with Linux. So I think
so I gotta populate every system on our network in that subnet in like every IP instead of saying like, like an array.
yeah, like a list you can create here, separate
I
variable
mean,
type.
yeah, list, sorry. Uh uh
So
Okay.
this is what we have to do. So now finally what we understood, simple. This is your Prometheus server, and everything which you want to monitor, you have to decide. It can be Linux, it can be Windows, it can be Apache, MySQL, or any other tools you expose at certain endpoints, and these endpoints, Prometheus will pull it and keep it in the database at the by default scrapping interval is 15 seconds. So now you'll say, where do you know? How do you know that? So if you look at this line, global scrap interval, which is set 15 seconds, you can reduce it also global level. But by the way, if you think no, this data, the one which you are struggling, you want let's say every 20 seconds or 30 seconds. So here also you can set at the lower level also. That's not a problem. Okay, so individual jobs you can influence with configurations as such, uh, scrap
Okay.
intervals and stuff like that. Got it?
Yes.
Okay, so after that, you can use this expression browser. We call it expression browser, this one. And this is where you can write a prompt QL also. So I'll teach you the prompt QL, but right now you can just get comfortable. So here, this is the service discovery. I have not configured it so far. So I'll do that also. So service discovery, that means if you have Kubernetes, automatically it will discover endpoints, and from there it will automatically start scrapping the data. So that is also possible. Got it?
No,
Okay.
I'm listening.
Yeah. So now you would like to try, or you want me to show you that more demo for it? What do you think?
You can show me more.
Okay. So now next thing which I'm going to teach you is alert manager. Okay. So alert manager. So let me first a little bit of our discussions on it. So okay. Okay. So now alert manager, something like one image I would like to show you. See here. So here, so now there is one component which we have that is called alert manager. So what alert manager is doing? So basically alert manager is receiving the notifications from Prometheus. Yes. Alert manager is receiving the notifications from Prometheus. Now the question is, when the Prometheus send the notification to alert manager. So we have to write a rule for it. We call it alerting rule. Okay. So we will write a alerting rule in Prometheus server. Look at the Prometheus server. You have a rule 1, rule 2, rule n. Okay. So you have to write up rules in the Prometheus server, and if rules get violated, then Prometheus server call the alert manager. Now, alert manager, based upon the configurations, alert manager may send email, Slack, or PagerDuty or whatever it is. Are you able to understand this?
Say that one more time.
Yeah. So here, if you see that, let me take a screenshot of it. See here. So here, lots of Prometheus server is pulling the lots of metrics from the endpoint, HTTP endpoints. Now it's storing at the Prometheus, like a CPU value. You see here, CPU value, uh, CPU for, here it is. Node CPU second is not available. CPU for, let me check. What is happening? Memory is stripped. And I got so many memory matrices are there. Let me try something else. Apache. Yeah. Yeah. So right now, the Apache app, which is a matrix, the value is 1. Okay, value is 1. So now you want to set a matrix. So you are capturing the matrix from the different endpoints. And if you are writing a rule, if Apache app value is 2, then it's a problem. So trigger alert manager, and alert manager will send an email to you saying that Apache up matrix is 2 or something like that, or 0. Are you understanding now?
Yes.
So now the question is here what you have to do. So first thing you have to set up alert manager. That's the first thing you have to do. Second thing you have to write a rules. And third thing you need to have certain matrix capture which will trigger that rule. That's all. An alert manager will send an email to that. That's the fourth thing. Make sense?
Yes.
So let's do it. So first thing I'm going to set up alert manager. So how can we set up alert manager? So for that, download the alert manager. Prometheus alert manager. There's a download options. Here it is. And alert manager. So this is the tarball GIF file for Windows, Linux. This is the one I wanted. And I'm going to download it. So wget enter. Now this got downloaded. Now if you want the step-by-step tutorials, you should also check my here, and
Do you mind sending that to me?
yeah, I'll be in recordings actually, and I'll send it to you also on WhatsApp. Okay, so here
Okay.
you have, see here, working with the Prometheus Alert Manager. That is one. And I'm just checking. And also you can search like this, Alert Manager. Here it is. So install and configure. That is, I think this is the one. I think that's what we need. So here you have to install and configure Alert Manager. To add alert rules in Prometheus, that is a rules which will say, and here add alert managers target in the Prometheus config, which I'll show you that one. And fourth one, add a notifications in the alert manager.yaml, which is the last step. So this all things I'll show you through the demo. You will have a recording switch. So install and configure the alert manager. So for that, what I'm going to do, I downloaded the alert manager and I'm going to untie it. So jetxbf done. So now if you see that I got this alert manager, which is here, cd. Now this alert manager.yaml, which is where the configurations are here. So where it should send the data. Right now this is sending the data to the webhook and some URLs and also of the web. So you can set it up like let me show you this alert manager. So just give me 2 seconds. Here it is. Now this will do what? So alert manager you are configuring for SMTP details. This is something which you can do that. Are you understanding?
Yes.
So here you have to feed the right information for SMTP. So what I need to do, you need to edit this file and route here. That's all. So there's one route which was available earlier. I left it like just like that. There's another route I created. Save it. Now after this, you have to, uh, start the alert manager. So how can you start the alert manager? Simple. No hub dot this one and enter. Now alert manager is running. Let me check if it's running or not. So ps-ef grep alert manager, and now it's not running. Let me see what is the issues. And it is having some problem with, okay, there's a configuration issues. So let me check this. So modify this. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll just have only a SMTP server. So now delete everything and done. Save it, rerun this alert manager. Let me check alert manager is running or not. Now it's running. Now alert manager is accessible at certain port, and which is 9093. Let me check this. So for that, you can see the documents also. Port number I am not able to recall it. So 9093, that's correct. So can we access 192.14 and here. This is your alert manager. How many alerts you have? None. Silences, none. Status, you have everything is okay. And there is only one route which is configured for sending an email, which is a fake route actually. So this is alert manager. Now what to do? So right now, as per the image, this alert manager, we set it up. Now we need to write a rules in the Prometheus server. Correct now?
Okay.
So how to do that? So for that, you can use these nodes, and I am going to set it up the rules for it. So where's the rules? So this is the rules. Look at it. This is the rules. Now, what is this? So you can write any YAML file. So go to the Prometheus server. So here it is. And now this is the first rules. Do we have anything as such? Let me see that. There's one custom rules are there. So here, this is the rules. And what is rules? So this is a record rule, but I don't want record rule. I want the alert rule. Alert rules dot YAML file. And here